It can have happened through their dreams, through their intuition, or somehow they have remembered it while they have been here. Reconnecting with the nature, with the forest, with the animals, with the, like a feeling, the spirit, the energy. Somehow they have heard the call of the nature, the call of the indigenous people, the call of the spirit of the forest. My Spanish name is Ramiro Vargas, and my Achuar name is Chumpi Washikiat. I am from the Kapawi Achuar community. The Kapawi community is the oldest and biggest community in this area. And I have been working here at the Kapawi Eco Lodge as a local Achuar guide since 28 years ago. And I am also, like 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I have been working as the president of the MAANA Association too. MAANA means Matsat Kamu Achuar Nungkin Ayamprin, which means like Achuar Association Defensor of its territory or something like that. And it is conformed by 6 communities. And Kapawi, Suwa, Kusutko, Wayusensa, Sharamensa, and Sekunsa. Even that the lodge is owned only by 3 communities, I think it supports to the entire Achuar nation. Not only, but not only the Achuar nation, but I think it helps to the entire world, because Kapawi Eco Lodge means conservation. Kapawi Eco Lodge means preservation, of the Achuar culture, mainly because the Achuar people, or the indigenous groups here in the Ecuadorian Amazon or in other countries, are the natural guardians of the forest. If there is no Kapawi Eco Lodge right here, like right now, as now, maybe the Achuar territory, maybe it was going to be destroyed by the oil companies or by the timber companies or the miners. So that's why I say that the people who come to the Kapawi Eco Lodge, to the Achuar territory, they are very special people. The ones who have heard the call of the spirit of the forest. They have heard the call of the indigenous people. And it can have happened through their dreams, through their intuition, or somehow they have heard the call of the nature here, the call of the Amazon.
Being at the Amazon is a dream come true for me. I've always wanted to come here, and I didn't want to do it in a safari or kind of like this traditional tourism way. I wanted to make sure that my trip had a impact, it was a way of protecting and conserving the land, especially as I am aware of the many challenges this ecosystem is facing. So for me coming here, I wanted to find those types of accommodations or projects that I could support by having my trip there, so that it wasn't such a touristy trip, but it was truly a way for me to learn about the biodiversity, about the ecosystem, while being able to contribute.
I felt really welcomed here by the community. You could really feel that the tourism project has a big value for them, as it brings opportunities, it brings economic value, and it also helps to protect the environment and the area where they live in. So it was a great experience to exchange, to learn from each other, and to be part in the daily life. They invite you to their festivities. We went to an election on Sunday, which was just happened, and we were able to visit them and just hang around and have meaningful conversations.
I think the most important thing that I got from being here at Kapawi Eco Lodge was understanding how much of a pillar this Eco Lodge is for the community. Without this Eco Lodge, there would be an easier way for extractive industries and extractive companies in mining and oil to come and extract those natural resources from the Achuar Nation. With this Eco Lodge in place, the government has a harder time to do this because there is a value for the Ecuadorian state to have tourists come here and learn about the biodiversity, a monetary value as well as a social value. So the Achuar Nation takes care of this Eco Lodge, because without it, their nation, their biodiversity and their land could be at risk. So for me, this has been such an eye-opening experience to see what impact I can have as a traveler.
I really realized that kind of back home or in my daily life, I kind of lost the connection with nature, and coming back here really showed me that it's a coexistence between an intact environment and human beings is definitely possible. And I think that's something really that made me think to see how can I implement this in my daily life.
At the beginning of the first Kapawis project, no one wanted to hear about the tourism project, because people, the elders mostly, were afraid, thinking, like saying that the young people would get married to people who come to visit. They were afraid, saying that the guests will take our kids or women away from this land. But now, after 28 years, working with tourism project, people have understood, as this is the only option in order to maintain alive everything here. So, we can keep our culture alive, practicing the customs or traditions, speaking our language, that makes us to continue protecting our habitat, our home. This is something that we have inherited from our ancestors, from our grandparents. And that's why we invite, people from the world. It can be from the States, from Europe, from Asia, people from all over the world to come specifically to the Kapawi Eco Lodge, particularly to the Achuar territory, which is located in the Amazon. And it will help, visiting from our guests, visiting the Kapawi Eco Lodge, the Achuar territory, will help to our children inherit this land, this territory from us, because we owe to our children. That's why we have to leave this place alive, as it we same as we did inherit from our grandparents, from our ancestors.